Hello YouTubers. Making a movie, kind of a, I don't know what kind of movie this is, kind of a things to do. Basically I'm up to my in alligators and they're all snapping. And everybody's got something they want done, and I try to help everybody out as much as possible, but the only thing I wanted to do this summer was work on the #1 sawmill, and not doing too good at getting any work done on that. We just had 2 fairly nice days, which is good. Then before that we had 2 days of rain. So the 2 days around, I'm going to show you some of the things that I'm working on, mess around here. I'm trying to make a new, I'm hoping that'll come in, maybe if I turn this light on, that might be a little bit better. A new handle for my Picaroon. I don't know, this is the one that broke, and this is the one that I'm making. So I put it in the lathe, and I got a taper attachment back here, so I come straight all the way across here. Then see how this gets bigger at the end? I want to make it bigger at the end. I made this one here, but it broke. I've showed that in a movie in the past. Well, I had 2 days of rain, so I got working on that. Then it got cleared off, and then I moved to something else. So this is kind of at the back burner. I was going to run one more pass, make it a little bit smaller. This is some of the hickory that I made. You can see the grain. I think you can see the grain, maybe not. Yeah, the grain is perfect on that. So that's that going on. That's rainy day stuff or nighttime stuff. I was working on the sawmill, and I had a good friend. I drilled the holes in this. I think I might have done a movie on that. I don't know whether I put it on or not. But the problem with the metal that I got to set those perches on, if you can see this, I don't know. There's over 1/8 of an inch gap there. So we took it down and put it on his planer. I've got the wrong hand now. You can see it's plain perfect. If you can see this, which is kind of hard to tell, he had to take about 1/8 of an inch off this top because this was 3/8 angle iron. That's to put those bearings on for the sawmill. So I'm working on that in between things. I get out here, and I had it all set up on my table. Can you tell where I painted it? And then as soon as I get it set up, then the next thing you know, they're calling for rain. I gotta shut everything down and bring everything back in again. Now, it hadn't rained for 2 days, which I guess the one day I went out and got that tree. So you do some things that are kind of out of order what you're planning on to do. I did that tree. But here's a list of the stuff that's kind of on my table right now. Okay, we just went out and dug worms for the fish. We have minnows in the fish tank in the house, and they got to be fed. I go out and dig, I mean, 1,000,000 worms. Those guys eat like they're about 5 inches long now. I got to grade the road where it washed out from the storm. I got to work on the sawmill #1, which is the stuff I just kind of showed you, trying to get that alignment done. Saw wood on the old mill. I got a log up on the sawmill, one of the street logs. I'm working on my Picaroon handle. That's nighttime stuff. Stack slab wood. Okay, I got to get all that slab wood, which is back at the sawmill, out of the way before I even cut the next thing. But to get it out of the way, then I got to get the wood out of the basket and stack that someplace. Things that I got to done. There's a steam show. Now this is important. There's a steam show up at Carroll County Ag Center, and today is I can't think what today is. Today is Wednesday, and so I got to start getting set up for that, which takes Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then you got to undo it. So that's going to take my next 6 days up, but I should get some good sawmill videos up there. I had to go up and get a battery for my big black truck. It wasn't dead, but it was over 7 years old, and I just got to a point where I was getting scared of it. We got a free mantle. I made mention of that in some movie. I don't know whether I downloaded it or not. We got a free mantle for the fireplace that looks like it'll work, so I got to work on that. That's nighttime work, but I got to get the parts in the daytime. And you know, by the time you pack up everything, go into town, get what you think you need, and you missed one thing and stuff like that, so that takes a lot of time. The wife had me working on the greenhouse. I'll go show you what I did on that. She's kind of taking over the greenhouse because we're just probably not be planning any more stuff. I got to move the picnic tables so we can cut around them. We had the picnic tables in front of the tomato plants so the deer wouldn't eat them. I can't even read my own writing. Oh, I have some movies that are coming up. I have 4 movies or videos on sawing, helping a friend saw some wood. I cut about 4 cords of wood, big logs. When you look at that one, we got an 088 and something was wrong with the carburetor, so they put a new carburetor on it and started to saw, and then it just would not saw. So that's in a coming up video. So if you see this, you can remember that when it's there. So once they got that carburetor adjusted, it sawed real good. So it was a nice saw. I took time to get the wood from the street. I got to empty the truck now. I got stuff on the truck. I'll go show you the floor we made, or deck we made in the greenhouse. Show you. I won't walk this way. You guys have been through this walk a million times, but you know, kind of show you all the stuff that's going on. I mean, this is just a tip of the iceberg. I think when you're retired, people think you don't have anything to do. So, you know, I'm in between all this. I'm trying to help my daughter out at her new house, a new old house, and trying to get everybody's needs. Like I said, the friend of mine needed some wood sawed. I'm trying to empty this out so I can put that pine slab wood back there. I'm just stacking it anywhere I can stack it. So that's kind of, I got to finish that. And then remember those boards that I showed you in a past video? I'll make tall sides on that for that. I'm going to put the rest of it, stack it on that there, so I'll have an empty pallet. The wife had me working in the greenhouse one of those days it was raining. Whoop. And so I'll show you the floor that we made. Not to mention we got a little helper, which that takes a, she wanted to go dig worms for the fish. That's why we're digging worms today. We made this table, or I made this floor in here for the greenhouse. And so what that does is holds that. I moved my scales that I used to have over the other side from over there. So now she's got more room. She wants to start planting and potting in here, so that's fine. She can do that. Here's that hickory wood that's been in here. It has not lost any wood and any weight in probably over a month. In fact, it's gained weight. Now it's finally come down to where it's leveled out because we've had a couple days without rain. It's at 490 pounds. It started out at 686 pounds. Here's some kindling that I got dry. I do a lot of the kindling. I'm thinking about packaging that because I get tons of that. That's the trims off the sawmill, and just get tons of that. But the last all this rain we've had, the wood's picking up on weight. So that's kind of a problem. We still got to, I got to put all this stuff away. I got to pick apples off the other tree down there. We got to make some more apple cider. We just made 3 gallons of it. So going to make a little bit more of that. We do it in a juicer. It works pretty good. Oh, we'll swing you around here. These are the picnic tables. We have this as a barrier so the deer don't get into here. But look at that. They got in there and trimmed. Can you see where they ate the tops off of all those bushes there? So they got in here. They got through here and got in there and ate all that stuff. That's kind of funny. Not too much going on there. Tomatoes there's still a few on there, so we're still getting tomatoes, but that's funny. The deer got in there and mowed that off. So they climbed through that little space there, or they jumped all the way over. I don't know how they got in there. The deer are just terrible. I still have potatoes to dig, but I kind of don't think I'm going to dig them because I'm just not going to get any. Normally you get a 5-gallon bucket full every 10 feet. And I dug 50 or 60 feet the other day and only got a half a bucket because the deer ate all the potato plants up. So anyhow, that's kind of what I'm going on. So I don't know what I got to start getting ready for that show. So it's going to be it's going to be 5 or 6 days devoted to that show. You know, and so that's kind of where I'm headed. We're walking in the backyard. That's where I'm headed. So I have to get all the stuff together to saw. Now I'll have some good sawmill videos, I hope, of that show. We've done it in the past. It's a real nice show. You know, if you're close by to Carroll County, Maryland, I kind of recommend going up there. Oh, there's another thing that I got to put on the list. Tree died in the backyard. Can you see that? I got so many things, and that one's leaning hard toward the house, so that's got to come down, but I'm not capable of that. We'll have to call an outside guy. I got over a million things going on, and the list is is just getting longer and longer and longer. So anyhow, that's where we're at. I'm going to try to get a sawmill video on tonight, and maybe this one on tonight. I might drop 2 on. The log that's on the mill now, I'll explain that when I get back there. Anyhow, I'm going to be tied up with that show for the next few days, so things around here aren't looking too good for getting too much stuff done. Today, right now, is a nice day, but they're calling for rain around 4 to 5 coming in tonight and going until tomorrow morning. So once again, get rained out, and then the day after rain, you get mudded out, so you can't do too much. So that's it for now. That's just kind of a short. This was the big thing here, though, getting that done. Now I can start bringing those. Now I got to take all those brackets off the back of that small sawmill and put them on there. And this is good. This is close to perfect as you're going to get. So now I got to take the sawmill more apart after I put it together. I got the string line on it, and I think I'm getting someplace. So anyhow, if you like this kind of nonsense, do me a favor and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything to do that, and it hopefully helps me out. I'd like to see you come back and visit the nonsense. This is my mess. I'm a total 100% mess. Don't even, I don't have a shop to work in. Anyhow, I get rambling about this. Remember this. I got such a scattered brain. I guess you're realizing that now, or you've realized it by now. Anyhow, hit the like and subscribe, and I'm going to do a quick sawing movie today if the rain doesn't come in too early. Over and out. We'll see you. Bye-bye.